Okay, so first I'm just going to start with some simple structures that we can see here in our reproductive tract. So right here we have what would be considered to be our uterine horn, and then we also have an ovary like right here, as well as our like infundibulum, which is way down here. I'm gonna say you can't, this one, you can see it like the structure right here for that, as well as it goes like all right here. So I'm gonna say here in our ovary, we can see like the small white connective tissue over it. I'm gonna say you can see a little bit of it here. So this is gonna be our tunica albuginea, which is like just the connective white tissue that is always going to be over our ovaries. Here we can see our like pre-grapholic follicle, which is going to contain our granulosal cells that produce our estrogen. And then further in here, we're going to have like our theca cells inside here. And then you can see like right here, the yellowish body that we have is going to be our corpus luteum, which in turn does produce, as you can see, this like yellowish body here is our corpus luteum, which is going to produce our progesterone cells, which that we do know throughout our lectures that we have seen that once the other hormone levels are lower, the progesterones are going to be produced, and therefore that is when like we're not producing estrogen. And we can see here, once we have opened the ovary, that we can actually see that it is quite filled with like our corpus luteum on the outside here, as well as we can see like our opening of our granulosal cell, which was produced some of that fluid there. And this is we're going like where our granulosal cells would be. I'm gonna say it's kind of, you can see it's a thin membrane where it once was. Okay, so in cutting open our ovary, we can see, so open this up. Our like centromorph portion, like it's kind of hard to see here, but that is where our like medulla is going to be, and we can see some sort of like blood vessels that like go into our ovary here. Okay, next we're gonna look at like our oviduct, which is right here. So this is going to be like our infundibulum right here, and then it's going to be like, this is going to be like the opening of our oviduct right here, and this is where like the egg is going to be captured during the time of ovulation. And like you can see all like the veins that would contract in order to move it down to where it needs to go. So in feeling the infundibulum, like we can feel that it kind of gets firmer right about right here. I'm gonna say, yeah, it gets firmer, whereas like the rest of this is still very soft. But yeah, like about right here, I'm gonna say I can feel between my fingertips would be our infundibulum, because I would say that is our harder portion there. Whereas like the rest of this is very soft. Then we'll get to our infundibulum about right here. And looking at our uterus right here. We can see that it does have a smooth texture, which is going to be our serosa, and then like we have up to our uterine horn, where it does connect to our what is our oviduct here. You can see connecting up here to that uterine horn, and then down to like our uterus right here, where I am touching with my finger, which has a smooth texture. I want to say, in cutting open the uterine horn, we can kind of see here the like tubular layers that had connected the uterine horn together in this case. So we can see those like here and there. Just so we know, like our muscularis tissues are going to be important for contractions in our uterus. So like these here like help control contractions within our reproductive system. Hard to tell in this one, but we can kind of see like a small caruncle, which is going to be important for placenta attachment. Like it's very, very hard to see. There's a very tiny we have like one about here, and I think another one like right here. I would say these are important for our attachment of the placenta when there is a baby that is going to be inside, and like this is gonna where the placentas are going to attach. Okay, and when like so we flipped it over, and we can see like where it's connected with the uterine horn. We're gonna have our mesometrium, which will be like right here. You can kind of see, and then like this mesometrium is how our like placentas are going to receive their nutrients, as well as like expel waste once say like if we have a placenta with the baby. And so yeah, it's gonna be right in here. Okay, so as we had looked back here prior, we're going to see that we had made an incision down here. We can see like our cervix. I did cut down kind of like the center, so we have this here and this here that's going to lead down to our vagina, which is right here. As we can see, there is the small opening down here. But yeah, you can see all the different parts of like the cervix that would help down in pushing the like child once it's fully developed, and then going down here. We do only have like the upper portion of our vagina, which we can see here. And as you can see, the like kind of cervix that we have in our bovine.